Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's, and we're well into 2025 now. We hope it went wonderfully for you. We're glad you're with us today. We're, of course, luckily still here in the warm lobby downtown of Fairfield Federal. Outside it's a little iffy today, and it has been for a few days, but we're glad we're inside where it's warm. Thank you for joining us. We're in for a new year. We hope it's going to be pretty exciting. And one of our first guests is a good friend of the show. We've had her on so many times. Always a pleasure to have Deb Connell on with the Lancaster Festival. Welcome.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me on again on this snowy day.
You're back for another year.
Another year.
Made the cut.
Yep. I'm still here. Year 9 is what I'm
9
going
years.
into
I was
now.
going to ask you. 9 years.
Yep.
Who'd have thought? Almost a decade.
I know. It's gone very quickly.
I think
really
it has too. It doesn't seem that fast.
It does not.
So we're in the off season here, and we'll talk about that. But let's look back just for kind of a brief recap of 2024. Good year for the festival?
Good year for the festival. I'll have to say everything was smooth. The weather was beautiful.
Yeah.
I just don't have anything to complain about last year. It was great. The artists that we had in were so lovely to work with. They were just wonderful people, which always makes a difference. I have nothing to complain about 24.
I would think that maybe a couple of things that I would think would a little monkey wrench into the whole thing would be the weather, obviously,
Always.
and especially Saturday night weather. That is,
Always.
You only ask for 2. You don't
Yes.
ask for a lot, just for
Yes.
2. And then if you would have perhaps a guest that would be a little melodramatic at times, and I'm sure you've had those.
I've
We don't
dealt
need
with
the
a few
names.
of those,
Yes,
yeah.
and you get through it and you move on.
That's right.
But so last year, good
Last year,
attendance, everything was.
Yeah, everything was good. Attendance was a little lower than
Sure.
what we had hoped for, but
You can't break a record every year.
No, can't break a record every year. Lee Bryce and all of his people were amazing. We had Wilson Phillips
Great shows.
the first week, and they were just absolutely wonderful human beings. And
Work with Gary perfectly,
yes,
and that's always a pleasure
and
when that goes well.
Yeah, we got to celebrate Gary's last year with us,
Sure.
which was great. We did some special things for that, and we got to celebrate our 40th anniversary in some big ways with some extra celebrations and a drone show. And last year was really special. It just was.
Well, and with Gary with his leaving, that was a kind of an extra special cherry on top of what is a great festival anyway. So it was. I'm sure he had mixed emotions about all this. Probably very. How long had he been here? 20.
He had been with
25?
us for 37 years.
I remember Christian Badia the first couple years, and then he left, and Gary came in, and bingo, it's been it.
Most people don't even realize that when Christian was with us, we were hiring the Columbus Symphony Orchestra.
Right.
So Christian was the conductor for the Columbus Symphony Orchestra. Gary was the associate conductor and was coming with him. When the Columbus Symphony Orchestra said, we don't want to do this anymore, it was Gary's idea to hire our own orchestra.
Man.
So in a short amount of time to put an orchestra together, about 9 months, he and Barbara and Eleanor went to New York, they went to Chicago, they held auditions all over the place, and he put together that first orchestra. So it truly is it was his baby and his doing, and he really thought outside the box to get us what we needed in a very short amount of time.
And I've harped on this before. What a wonderful orchestra.
It's an amazing orchestra.
I would be okay now. That'll never happen now because we're all into big talents, and I get that. But I would be okay with the first show just being an orchestra show. I understand from a money aspect that's not the way to go, but if people don't think they're truly world class, then they have not heard them, because they are phenomenal.
They are amazing, and we are trying to develop some strictly orchestra shows that maybe
Maybe not a Saturday, other nights.
Maybe another night, but something that would appeal across all age ranges.
Yeah.
You know, the orchestra playing along with a popular movie is it's a very popular thing to do, and people don't realize that a lot of times orchestra music is another character in a movie.
Oh.
You know, in Jaws, what would Jaws be without the orchestra behind it?
And every now and then you'll see a show where they do that. We won't play the music. I'm not watching this.
Yeah. You know, the orchestra and the music behind some of those really popular movies may be something that we get into doing kind of on a rotating basis.
Gary was okay, kind of, that was a good direction for him.
Yeah.
If he would have been there, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a very special time now because I didn't want to get this out of the box, but some things we talked about were last year, and then, of course, we mentioned Gary last year. He's gone. And tell me about the search that's gone on. You had, and I heard Deb speak a month ago about this, and they hadn't had a director yet, but they were talking about the applications. In my mind, I'm blown away by how many people you had.
Yes. We had more than 100 applications of world-class conductors from all over the world. China, Hungary, Spain, across the United States. I mean, literally almost every state we had at least one applicant. You know, it took us almost a year now. We started the process early April of last year to, you know, narrow that down, start doing interviews, do some in-person interviews. You know, luckily we all learned how to use Zoom, so we were able to do a lot of this virtually, but we did bring some candidates into town and let them see the community and let the community meet them. And we have selected our new music director.
Gosh, I'm excited. Who is the
You're
new...
the first person that I'm telling in public
this
who
is,
our new
and
music
we are honored here.
director is.
Shane and I and Interphase are honored that you would choose us. So who is the new director for the Lancaster Festival?
Our new director is John Devlin. He is currently the conductor at the Wheeling Symphony in Wheeling, West Virginia.
All around the world you look, and it's almost a backdoor neighbor.
I know. You know, and that was one of the things that we really wanted was somebody that was close enough that they could become a part of our community.
Sure.
And he is all about building that community relationship. You know, and he makes me look a little on the old side because he's a real young guy.
Younger guy? Okay.
With lots of energy, lots of new ideas, and of course he's, you know, a wonderful musician himself. He knows how to handle an orchestra. So I think he's the right fit for our community.
Did he wow the committee?
He absolutely wowed the committee.
Wow.
He did. And very soon we'll be having an open house with him and his wife Camille here, so that everybody can come by and have a chance to meet him. And as soon as you meet him and his wife, you'll know that, you know, they as a package couple, they're absolutely the right fit for us.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
I can't wait until this season.
Almost, like I say, to get here from home is not a bad
Yeah,
deal
just-
when he has to come up.
Now he does, you know, he guest conducts all over the country and is originally from New York. So he spends a lot of time in New York and
So
on the
he
East
is now
Coast.
just located in Wheeling,
He
but
is.
from New York.
Yes, he is
Okay.
originally from New York. You know, a wonderful resume. You know, got his doctorate in conducting several years ago. He's got a lot of great experience. So we're just really, really proud to have somebody with this much experience. And I think what you'll see is a new energy and a new perspective on the orchestra.
Oh, sure. I mean, it'll be different. It's just going to be different. Not better, not worse. It's just going to be different,
It will.
and we'll see how that works. That's very
will.
exciting, though,
It is.
to be with somebody new like that, because he'll have, I'm sure, tons of ideas.
Yes, absolutely.
And some of them might even work. You
I
never
know,
know.
I know,
mean, you
you
might
never
even
know.
take them.
I
get
think
that.
the festival's been around because of more than 40 years now, because we've been willing to try anything. You know, all of those suggestions that we get, we don't turn any of them down. Some of them can't work and some of them don't work, but we're not afraid to try it. So.
Well, and I think that says a lot. In 40 years, 3 conductors.
Yes.
right? In
Yes.
40 years. And almost 2.5, but 3. So that's pretty amazing that when you get somebody,
They
I
want
like
to
it
be
here.
and just the response across the country of how many applicants we received was, it's a sense of pride for us because that, the festival's reputation, the Lancaster Festival Orchestra's reputation.
Gary's.
We had more than 100 applications, so we're well known in the orchestra world and in the entertainment world, so that makes me a little proud.
Yeah, like you say, I think it says a lot for the kind of business that's been done here, if you will, conducted
Yes.
here in 40 years. Like, this is a place that's a good destination for somebody that plays in the orchestra. The orchestra is an example of that. How many
Yes.
people every year, they've been here through the whole thing.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, we still have some original members that were put together 37 years ago that still come and play with the orchestra every year. So it's a great group of people. They're incredible musicians, and they're good people that love this community too.
So I would say as we, of course, now we're in the off season, not a lot going on here in terms of that, but I would say we're kind of going to see a new, different kind of energy.
I think
as
so.
we head into the 2025 season. When you get things going
Yes.
here, it'll be different.
Yeah, I hope everybody can feel that change and the new excitement around what we're doing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Was he heads and above? You could kind of see this guy's pretty good.
We just, there was just something about his experience and his personality that we could say pretty much from the beginning of the process, here's somebody who could be a great fit for us. He's well respected and he's got a great personality. So
Just an exciting time. Thanks
It is.
for just timing is everything for us being here today, having you in. You weren't able to come a couple weeks ago for different reasons. We couldn't get it worked out, and we wouldn't have had a name a couple weeks ago probably.
that's right. No,
Was that just decided on recently?
Yes. Yeah. We just finalized everything in the last week.
That's it's pretty cool. John Devlin.
Yes.
John Devlin,
John
young
Devlin.
man, now located in. He and his family down in Wheeling. Is it Wheeling, West Virginia?
Wheeling, West
West Virginia. Just kind of a backdoor neighbor to us right here. So he'll be coming up the pike here and getting things going. He's officially on, but when will he have to come up here and kind of start making decisions when we get into the summertime more?
Oh no, we have work to do now.
Okay. Even when there's 6 inches of snow in
That's
the ground,
right.
that's festival time.
Yes, yeah. We've
Well,
got a lot of planning to do to get caught up now.
It's an exciting time, and I think we're going to be kind of fun to move into this. Like you say, just a new and a different kind of energy will be coming in, with just new perspectives, and I think the festival has shown they're willing to just give it a shot and see how it works for 1 year. What's the worst that can happen? Not much. And it may work out for 20 years if you do it.
Yeah,
So.
I think that it will. I think that we're on a great path for a whole nother generation of people to appreciate the festival.
Well, it certainly says a lot for you and our Lancaster Festival here, 40 years going strong, and now making a move that perhaps will make it even stronger, which is wonderful. So, congratulations to your staff down there and to all the volunteers. It's just going to be a fun year as we move into 2025. Thanks for what you do. I mean, your group has made some big decisions, and we're excited about 2025. I know everybody on your staff is probably just ready to go right now.
We are ready to go.
Great.
Thank
Good
you
luck.
so much for having me.
Deb Connell with the Lancaster Festival. We'll be back in just a moment.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve home ownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 402612.
County Way.
What makes Fairhope what it is our staff. It's always a question that we ask, why do you want to be here with us? And what they most always say is, you've touched my life this way. You know, you took care of this person, or I've seen what you've done and I want to do that. And so the staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. We're nice and warm here on a cold day outside here in Lancaster in the lobby of Fairfield Federal downtown. Thank you for joining us as we're well into our 2025 year, and hope we have a good season of shows for you here. Going to go with a show that we've had them on before, and we've chatted about them. They're an interesting thing, not very far away from here. Geneva Hills, just kind of connecting county to us, right involved with us, right down the road there, more towards Sugar Grove. And we got the director, Clayton Baltzer, with us. Clayton, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Kind of not a treacherous day out there, but we've had some issues, so no problem getting in, to and from your place, or...
Part of working at camp is having a four-wheel drive vehicle, so we made it in all right.
You know it. You know how to do that. Geneva Hills, been around for quite a while, impacting lives for eternity. See is on your logo. Got a great website, genevahills.com. Is that what it is?
Yep.
genevahills.com. Good website. Got a lot of information on there. We're just now into 2025. I don't know if this is an off season. We'll talk about that for you, since summer camp are kind of your big thing. But let's look back at 2024. Was it a good year?
Yeah, it was a great year. So this was our biggest year really in the past decade.
Wow.
And so I've been here about 2.5 years, and we've seen 116% growth in 2.5 years.
Any reason for that?
God's been good, and so we're thankful for just this last year was our first full return to summer camp programming that we were running full summer long. There was all sorts of different things that God's brought in this last year, and we're just so thankful to be where we're at. And so, yeah, last year I think we served 1,250 people this last summer and 5,000 throughout the year. And so It was a huge year, way beyond our expectations of where we'd be at this time, but very thankful.
And I think that's something that we can mention here, not only, of course, summer camp, but then you're also available throughout the year to be rented out for short-term, long-term, overnight things. There's a lot of possibilities down there at Geneva Hills.
Yeah. This next weekend we have an all-state brass band coming in doing a long weekend practice, and then we start our winter camp season. So we'll have youth groups from all over the state come in and do winter camps, and they'll do snow tubing and ice skating and all those things out at the camp.
So
year-round.
You just kind of transition into colder weather, and apparently this will be a good year for you right now. You've got some good things.
We got snow tubes 2 years ago with Fairfield County Foundation, and this will be our first year we actually get to utilize them.
Perfect.
We got some good snow out there, and we're testing them out yesterday, sacrificing for the campers.
You do a heck of a job for them. Good for you. Tell us about summer camp. We'll get into that in a minute. How about now as we move into 2025 with all the success you've had from 2024, you building, doing some things down there? You continuing to grow the facility?
Yeah, so that's the amazing thing is a couple years ago we were having a problem getting the facilities filled. Now we have the problem of they're too full, and we're running into multiple groups locally that are outgrowing us. We have 106 beds right now, and we see lots of groups that need 120 to 150, and so we keep seeing this need for more beds. And so the board over the last year has gone through a master planning phase with Midwest Church Design and Construction up in Toledo. They came down, toured our facility, said, here's how we can get to where we want to go. And so we are starting the trail ahead, as we call it, and it's a $1.1 million campaign that we're hoping to add 40 more beds to the camp, as well as a multi-purpose chapel/gymnasium space for our camp programs going on.
So when you say adding beds, I guess that means new facilities,
Yeah.
new, I forget what you would call them, but they're just buildings. You would actually have buildings that would have the bunks in them.
Yeah, so our plan is to put in one 20-person cabin. Hopefully by this summer, we're finalizing some financing and some things with architects and construction, but our goal is to have that up potentially by this summer. And then by next year, 2026, we hope to put up another 20-person cabin as well as that multi-purpose space.
I guess when you took this over 2.5 years ago, this is probably just exactly, if you could have designed it, this is what you would have wanted.
We wanted to get here. We didn't think it would be this quick, but we're thankful to be there, and the board's been a great support in helping us to get there, and excited to get to this next phase.
So you're going on winter camp, and that goes from now until February, March?
March, yeah.
March, okay, so it goes on. And then is there a little transition period there, maybe not so much happening till summer camp, or it just more stuff?
Yeah, more stuff. That Geneva Lodge, it's a 72-person facility. I say there's been 6 weekends total throughout the year that it hasn't been booked. New Year's weekend, a couple others, but other than that, we're booked out solid. So it's been great to see that utilized. Our Frontier cabins about every other weekend, and we have use for this new space as well to expand what we have up near the Geneva Lodge and continue to grow that program.
So if things go as planned, would that be a couple years away to have all that done?
Yep.
Is that the plan?
Our goal is by 2025 this year to have up our first cabin, 20-person cabin, and then by next year, 2026, to put up that gymnasium space, and if the funding's there, that second cabin as well.
So do you think that will be needed for both summer and winter campers?
Year round. We have a group actually 2 weekends from now from Genoa Church that'll be up, and they have 100 plus kids coming every year for winter camp and summer camp, and so they're one of the groups that we're trying to grow for so they can continue to utilize us for the future.
Got Clayton Baltzer. Clayton is the executive director of Geneva Hills, just Blue Valley Road, I guess. That's kind of our landmark down there.
Absolutely.
So is that Sugar Grove area? I mean, we call that
We're
Sugar
in
Grove?
Lancaster, but we're just across the highway from Sugar Grove.
I got you. Blue Valley, right in that area. Nice area right in there. You're beginning, when we talk about summer camp, and again, if you go to genevahills.com, it's a good website. They'll have all the things that we're talking about here. All that information will be on the website, so you don't have to call them, or you can call them, you can do any of that, but it's all on the website. You can find all this out. So when does registration actually begin for summer camp? Is that after April, or?
Registration has already started. So
really?
Yeah, our goal is to have that pretty much by the end of the previous year's summer camp, to have that up and going. So we were this year up in October and already have about 30% capacity on our all summer day camps.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, that's great for us. So this last year, like I said, was our first summer back to summer camp, and so we had what was called our all summer day camp program. They came out for 9 weeks and did every day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and would do day camps. And so we had a handful of kids that came and did that program last year. Every single one of them signed up within 2 weeks of registration being open for 2025. So that was awesome to see that the parents and the kids said, hey, we love that and we want to come back. We see the value of that. And so, yeah, registration's open and ready to go.
I would say that a couple of years ago when you took this over, you probably found out that this is a pretty well-kept secret about Geneva Hills. Although it had been here all those years, maybe it wasn't as well known. So I'm sure that's part of why you're on shows like this and you're out there doing what you can, is just to get that brand out there.
Yeah, we appreciate you inviting us on and allowing us to help share the secret that we don't want to keep secret.
Yeah, let that word out there. Now, so in the summer, what are the ages of the kids that you have down there?
Yeah, so we're open for ages 6 through 12 right now.
Okay.
Our goal is to add some teen camps later on, but for now, 6 through 12. We are looking even this year to potentially do some younger age mommy and me type stuff in the summer as well, but that's our main age group is 6 to 12.
And I would think, now we've talked about the growth, you're going to be doing some building down there, capital campaign going on, so you'll be doing some building, you're adding buildings, you're adding bunks, you're adding for summer camp, that will increase them too. I would say that you might even be thinking about probably hiring some people. That might be an issue.
Yeah, it's not an issue though. We're doing great. It's been a great year. We have
good is that?
7 of the 10 that we're planning to hire for this summer are already on contract and ready to go. So if you are ages 14 and up, especially 18 and up, we're looking for a few more what we call life changers. So we think there's great impact that's had in their summer serving at camp and hanging out with the kids. And then we have a couple of positions called flex crew. They're behind the scenes running lifeguarding, kitchen, and so that's ages 14 and up, and our life changers is 18 and up. A great summer job for high school, college age to come in. They make up to $5,500 over the summer, free room and board, and get to make a great impact in the kids in our community.
And like I say, it's impacting lives for eternity. That's the phrase they like to use on the website there. So we talked a little bit about what's going on here at this time of year with your winter camps and things going on. Well, what are some of the things you do for the summer? You already mentioned a lot of water activities, probably.
Yeah. Summer camp's awesome. We have 350 acres of beautiful Hocking Hills land. I just took a picture yesterday. If you don't follow us on Facebook, go check it out. It's Rhino Rock. It's one of our great cliff formations on camp. We have 7.5 miles of hiking trails, so kids get to see all sorts of different stuff, meet new creatures, fishing. We just had ODNR sponsor us to put 1,700 more fish in our pond this year.
Nice.
We have a 2.5 acre lake on camp. We have a swimming pool there, laser tag. ODNR also helped us put archery and hatchet throwing out there as well, laser tag, all sorts of fun things for kids to come out and do. And really it's all about relationships. So we love helping kids get to know one another and to make great friendships while being in the outdoors.
Get them out of that basement and the PlayStations and get them outside where they were meant to be.
Yeah, where they were meant to be, that's 100%. When you look at the statistics of mental health in children, the difference of those that spend 2+ hours outdoors and those that don't, it's alarming the amount of help that is to children to be outside. And our day camp program from 9 to 4, they're outside, rain or shine most of the time. Obviously we keep kids safe, but we're outside enjoying it, whether we're playing in the mud or whether we're going swimming out in the pool. We have a great time.
You mentioned them a little bit, probably worth giving them a little plug now too, is ODNR.
Yeah.
How important they are and impactful they are on a business like yours that depends on outdoor activities, being out there in nature. They're probably a tremendous resource.
They are, yeah. We have great partners, ODNR, Fairfield County Foundation, the Moose Lodge here in Lancaster. They're all great supporters of what we do at the camp, and very thankful for how they've invested into us over the last couple of years to get us where we are.
Well, like I say, I think we hope the word's getting out there now, and like you say, the growth is really looking good over the last year or so, couple years. I mean, it looks like you're back.
Yeah.
You're back and growing again.
Yeah, and I love we're back to the foundation. You know, Geneva Hills started as a summer camp for children, a ministry opportunity for children in our community. I just spoke to a district superintendent from one of the local denominations, and he was talking to me. He now ministers to pastors in his denomination, and he said, when I talk to these pastors, it's alarming to me how many of them made the decision to go into ministry while at summer camp. He said just so many of them made that decision. And then he went on to say, I believe the local church, one of the greatest resources they have to reach children is summer camp. And that made me feel good, that what we're doing is being seen and understood by the local churches and by our community of this is important for children and really going to benefit them.
Well, when we say you're doing the Lord's work, I guess we're pretty accurate in your case, aren't we? You are, yeah. Well, it's Geneva Hills. It's a wonderful thing. Staff down there, you have how many full-time, part-time people? If you don't count the counselors and all that? You have a regular staff?
Yeah, so we just added a new position this last year, our ministry director, again, getting back to our foundation of summer
The
camp
roots.
ministry. And so Ben, he was actually with me up in Michigan for a couple years. Him and his wife, Ariel, moved their family down, and they're full-time with us now. So we have 6 full-time at Geneva Hills and 3 or 4 year-round part-time, and then our summer staff as well.
When you're working on this, I don't know, the winter might be different hours with the darkness and the way things go, and then the summer, but the day usually starts 7 o'clock in the morning, go till dark.
We have normal work hours for the most part
Okay.
during the off season. Summer's a little bit different. It's all hands on deck all summer long.
Because they can do things in the pool and all that kind of thing out
Yep.
there. And so if anybody wants to, we didn't talk about the phone number down there either. If anybody, now again, you could look online, genevahills.com, got plenty of information right there. Good website too, and nice,
Thank you.
a lot of information on there. But if somebody wants to call you, I know you got I think it's a Sugar Grove number. I think I saw 746.
740-746-8439. Yep.
8439, so they can call down there and talk to staff and kind of get from information. You're ready to talk to anybody online.
Yep.
And can you register online if that gets to be that point? All that's available there.
Yep. That's the easiest way to do it. Go online, daycamplancaster.com, and go straight to our day camp program. GenevaHills.com has all the links. Funsummerjob.com, you can go apply for a camp job. All sorts of
Nice.
things available for you there.
Well, it's a great place down there. Geneva Hills, just like you say, across the road from Lancaster and Sugar Grove. It's right down there. Is it actually in Fairfield County?
Yes, it is.
Fairfield County.
Yep.
Okay, Fairfield County. I think we think of the Hocking Hills down there, but you're just on the edge of that too,
Yeah,
right?
we get to be in the wonderful community of Fairfield County, but also get the wonderful hills of Hocking County. So,
And benefits to the camp down there for everything. So it's
Yep.
perfect little venue down there. They knew
Exactly.
that. All right, Geneva Hills. Clayton Baltzer, the director, has been with us today. Good luck, and we hope for a wonderful winter. If winter's your thing, then I think you're well on your way.
there we go.
There we go.
Thanks for having us
Very
today.
good. Thank you for joining us. We'll be.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll just catch you down and just you're still getting
Yeah.
swing around and just say
Okay.
thanks for joining us on Fairfield today.
Yeah. All right, Clayton. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your being here. Good luck.
Thank
Hope
you.
everything works out well.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.